Aries. I hope you're doing well. This is Anna, and this is your reading for February. Let's see what's going on. Excuse me. Okay, everything's okay. There's something that you're achieving here. There's something that you're discovering. You've been researching something, and you've been perhaps following your intuition, but more importantly, you've become very observant. I don't know what that means, but it seems like you're going to have success associated with something that some truth that you've been seeking, and you're discovering the truth about something. There you go. That's not mysterious. Your powers of observation are just becoming more keen. You're getting better at it. Maybe that alone is enough for you, because you could have been, I'll address this now. You could have been sort of someone that just kind of, I don't know. I've always felt like Aries is pretty observant. So, but I'm seeing someone here that perhaps didn't care about details. This feels very specific about a specific event. We'll get more information now. You may have begun to do some research, reading more about certain things that are interesting to you, and that's leading to some kind of victory or satisfaction that you're gaining a certain knowledge, or connecting with a truth. There's been some, I feel like that's something you're entering into, because in the past, or maybe some of you are still in this phase here, where your confidence hasn't been up to par, right? There, you've felt like you lost momentum in some things, and you've been maybe a little pessimistic, and then you decided to sort of, maybe this is what you decide to do, is to kind of take charge again, which is a very Aries thing to do, to take charge, right? And then there's a truth. What the hell do they want to know? What do you want to know? There's something you're repairing. Something that needed fixing. This needed fixing because this is not Aries behavior, typically, where you feel like you're not prepared. I mean, this could pertain to any area of your life, whether it's at work and you were feeling like you weren't doing your best. It could be at school, in your personal relationships. It can apply to anything where you just felt like you were postponing things because you didn't feel prepared. And the fix it is to prepare yourself, and you feel like victorious. You feel like you're able to now upgrade. Maybe you for work, you're taking a course or a certificate of some kind, and that allows you to request a raise or a promotion. It could be anything like that, right? Yeah, you're exploring. That's what you're doing. There's no more, if you're feeling like, oh man, I'm perhaps down, perhaps maybe a little depressed, just not wanting to, things are slowed down for you. You're not feeling excited about things. You're postponing things. You're procrastinating because you don't feel prepared to move forward. If this is something you're identifying with, this is where you're going to be heading into. Of course, it takes action on your part, but I feel that once you begin to kind of Okay, let me explore something different for myself. Let me find my way. Let me try to get a new perspective on what's happening in my life. Tell me about this so maybe we can clarify that. It's been about patience. Perhaps something that you've been working on and you've become disillusioned because the results haven't quite panned out the way you wanted, or you don't see the results happening in something that you've been putting work into, and so the patience has just worn off. And so that's what this is about. Maybe you've lost the confidence, you've sort of lost your trust in your intuition, perhaps. And so what this is saying, however, is that if you're in this phase, the patience pays off because it shifts your perspective a little bit. This is shifting perspective here. This is discovering that you have to make adjustments, and then it's about discovering your powers of observation, so there's something that you have to pay attention to, I think, is the message here, is to have patience with what it is you're wanting to manifest into your life, but also there's something you may be overlooking, and you need to sit down and take a look and pay attention to what's going on in your life. And trust that intuition again. That's what needs fixing, is your trust in your intuition, knowing that you seek out the truth and you find it if you have patience with yourself and get that different way of just kind of get excited again. And that's something that you can do to find excitement again. And then that leads into success, or that connecting, that thing that you're wanting to happen happens because you've received a different perspective on it. It may be about a person in your life that is feeling a bit controlling or unreasonable, and you haven't quite known how to. This is maybe for some person. You feel like the person is unwavering. There's a stubbornness there, a control there. So this may be about that, and you're going to be able to kind of find the way to communicate with them, to have success there. Yeah. Yes, you're going to be enjoying the fruits of your labor. So whatever the work is that you've been putting into this thing, and you may be frustrated that it's not happening soon enough, get that different perspective. Try and focus on observing what actually is happening. You may be getting signs, and because you're so stuck in how it's supposed to look, whatever this result of whatever this thing is, only you know. So the message is a little general, right? Because I don't know exactly what this pertains to in your life, but I'm seeing that you may be getting messages or signs that things are happening, and you're not noticing them because you're wanting the thing to come in quick, and it's taking a little longer than you expected. So get that different perspective. Do the thing that will take you into that that aligns you with what it is you're trying to manifest. I hope that made sense. All right, let me get you your guidance. Oh, well, that's interesting. Maybe this is about a personal relationship. There's a committed romantic relationship coming towards you. You're being swept off your feet. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Let me get a different one. Here, clarify that for me. Because this could just be that, oh my gosh, Aries, I may have to do I didn't want to do separate love readings, but it seems like there's some kind of, this may be an aside. I'm going to have to pick a different guidance for you. But for some of you, there's some relationship that's coming in. It's gonna feel like really, maybe it's something that you've put off. That may be it. That may be the thing that you're needing to get a different perspective on, is how you think about or feel about romance or love in that sort of sense. That applies to some of you, where you've sort of pushed that away, and there may be a different perspective that you need to gain. Some of you are reading romantic novels. Now this is changing completely. It's so fascinating. That's so interesting. This became the love reading now. So the first part still applies, but now for some of you, it may just be that you've been waiting so long for something to happen in your love life, and you've given up on that. You've sort of lost faith that that can even happen to you or for you. And what you're being asked is to, I mean, some of you have begun, I heard book talk in my head, so the romantic novels, you're sort of maybe trying to, you escape maybe in those situations, and that kind of helps to shift your energy and aligns you in something coming in. I see someone coming into your life, for those of you that applies. And what you're being asked is to believe the impossible, believe in the fairy tales, right? The stories that you're telling yourself, because this young lady here is reading a book. If you can see her there, she's lost in the book. She's become part of the story that she's reading. She's getting lost in it, right? And that's an escapism to some degree, but it's sort of like wanting that to become your truth, wanting that fantasy to become your truth. And I see that happening for some people here. That's great. Let me pick a different guidance for those that were in the first part that was more general. Wait, it fell. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Yeah, keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So that I'm just reading what it says on there. For the original message here, where you're gaining a different perspective, and you're sort of connecting with your truth and being patient, because your patience is going to pay off here. You have to keep your eyes on the big picture. Don't focus so much on the details, and because that's what gets you frustrated, and that's what gets you impatient, because you're looking at the details. There's signs that are all around you telling you what's coming towards you, and you're not noticing it. There's great success coming in for you here. All right. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, that's your message for February. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.